Ladies and gentlemen, there is a ton, and I mean a ton of controversy around Cyberpunk 2077, but today we are not diving into that kind of negativity. No, on this video we are diving into a whole different can of hot doo-doo. The question is simple. Can you walk across the map in Cyberpunk 2077? And the answer is simple as well. Yes, you can. But the follow-up question is, why the hell would one even do that? A great question indeed. You see, on this channel we are quite the connoisseurs of needlessly tedious nonsense, but if there's one thing that I've taken away from challenges such as can you walk a bowl of stew across the map in Red Dead Redemption 2 or can you walk across GTA Online without dying, well, the one thing I've taken away is you see the world in an entirely different light, for better or sometimes for worse. And thus I am taking you on a casual stroll around Night City and the forsaken wastelands of despair outside in the desert. See this as a definitive review of the world of Cyberpunk 2077, because no one will ever get to look at the streets of Cyberpunk like I will do, except for the devs who have spent 7 years creating this world. Before we go on this intimate journey across this godforsaken pancake, I'd like you to meet the man, the myth, the legend, V. I spent 5 hours in the character creator and this is the best I could do. At this point I think I am physically unable to make a halfway decent looking character. Anyway, it is now time to start this monumental journey. A small step for man, but a large boot to my brain cells. We start by simply following the highway. The goal is to get to Night City first, and well, it's just a straight up walk down the highway really, but after walking for roughly 5 minutes, boredom struck already and I decided to take this damn journey into the wild. I mean, I have traveled through the forsaken lands of cacti before with nothing but a bowl of stew in my hand, and I can do it again. And moments later, I have found my first random encounter. Ladies and gentlemen, this poor man weeping over his deceased automobile. It is indeed pretty inconvenient to be stranded miles away from civilization in the desert, surrounded by bandits and cacti. The least I could do is try to help this man, but upon close inspection of his automobile, I came to the conclusion that there is no engine in this car at all, which makes me wonder, how did he get his car here in the first place? Did he Flintstone run it? And then the only words that escaped his mouth were, "The desert car engine burglar struck again." Just like that, he started weeping uncontrollably again. Anyway, we leave the man behind, for the cold dark night is coming and one of us will definitely die, and I want to make sure it is not me. Night was creeping in fast, and I was getting really immersed in this journey, so I thought it was really time to find a camp with a nice hot fire and some lovely company. Oh, would you look at that? A camp with a nice hot fire and some lovely company. Perfect. But as I crept closer, I got a phone call from the Night City Police Department. The woman said these guys were up to no good. They've made quite a bit of trouble in the neighborhood. I sneaked around for what seems like an eternity, but then just decided to confront them with their deeds. "Oh, hello, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" I said, and then unloaded an entire magazine of shotgun rounds into this man's face. They were quite powerful, but what they did not know, I am about 15 hours into this game and only recently figured out it's RB to throw a grenade, and just like that, I tossed 15 hours worth of collecting grenades into the camp. It was time to finish them off. I whipped out my armed knives, looked to the final baddies in the eye and assumed charging position, and then leisurely strolled my way over to finish the job. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a campsite to keep us warm until the next day comes. And guess what? The next day indeed did come. And over yonder, in the distance, signs of civilization in the form of Night City, but also in the form of this highway. Look at the cars slowly passing by. Finally, I feel I'm getting somewhere. But then absolute tragedy struck. When I got closer, the car seemed to vanish in thin air. It was nothing but a figure of my imagination. Nothing but a mirage in the desert. Nothing but a Nintendo 64 LOD car vanishing as we got close. But then, on the other side, I saw a man. Hopefully, he was able to give me the direction. Quite frankly, I am getting a little bit thirsty after walking through the desert for roughly 30 minutes. But then It all made sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I have found a desert car engine burglar, and just like that, the crook frantically opened fire on the poor woman's car, setting it to flame. "Give me your car engine," he yelled to the car. The car did not reply. "I swear to God, car, if you don't pop the hood right now, I will end you." The car did not reply. "Oh, you," mumbled the desert car engine burglar. I had enough, grabbed the guy by the neck and snapped it. Enough of this tomfoolery. I have so much longer to go, and quite frankly, I am slowly losing my mind in this godforsaken hellhole. I am in dire need of a drink right now. The heat was unbearable. I kept on bumbling on through the desert, through the landfill, and then civilization. Surely, I should be able to get a quick refreshment here somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, hydration levels are dropping to a critical 5 as I stumbled through the part of town I've never been to. There were plenty of vending machines, but none served a cold, refreshing green beverage. I walked on, but then... What kind of sorcery is this? This woman clearly pulled a soft drink from a burrito vending machine, and I was unable to do this, and thus I started tailing the woman. Where is it? Where is the damn drink? I saw but one way to get hydrated, by brutally murdering the woman and taking the drink from her corpse. But ladies and gentlemen, when the deed was done, there was no drink to be found, and just like that, the cops were on me. I leisurely strolled away from the crime scene as the cops opened fire, and a few moments later, I lost the heat. Which truly makes me wonder, how on earth is it physically possible in a world this advanced I am able to get away with murder by simply walking away in broad daylight? Anyway, thirst levels are still low, but then, just like that, a massive dildo appeared before me and spoke to me. "Sonny," it said with a deep and growling voice. "Sonny, seek behind the 06 you must." It spoke to me. "When night comes into the dark, you will find what you are looking for." Thank you, massive, veiny, throbbing wiener. I will never forget you. And thus, my journey continued to the heart of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, hope renewed in my heart, but we aren't there just yet. Cause even though the veiny throbber gave me a direction, we were not there just yet. But after a short 15-minute walk, glorious beverage befell upon my eyeball. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it. I near enough crawled into the bar, and just like that, I ordered a refreshing drink. I opened up my backpack to consume it and found that I had enough food and water to feed a family of 4 for 3 weeks. Well, goddammit. Anyway, it's reason to celebrate regardless, and just like that, I drank all the alcohol in my backpack and everything became one massive blur. I woke up in the trash outside of the bar in a dumpster with a mild headache and a wild variety of different needles poking into my body through the trash bags. But I can feel it in my bones. Ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly there. We just have to cross downtown and make it to the west coast, and then we have completed this challenge. And thus, I walked on. I walked on until I found this obstacle, a large body of filthy water. How on earth would I be able to cross it? Maybe up there. Maybe I can somehow climb on top of the monorail and quickly walk across, and no, there was a bridge right there. My disappointment was immeasurable and my day was ruined. I thought I would get a bit of excitement crossing the body of water, but then the bridge itself surprised me with a gift from the heavens above. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was crossing the bridge, I learned that if you lean against the side, you are propelled to light speeds, and thus I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Ladies and gentlemen, this just shows that you cannot judge a book by its cover, and sometimes you just gotta go where the road leads you, and you too might find true adventure. I headed on, passed through the city center. I met 2 nice people, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, they too conjured up a beverage out of this goddamn burrito machine, and it all made sense. Wizards. This place must be platform 9 3/4 in 2077, and so Harry Potter and Hermione are now on the way to Cyber Hogwarts. But then, ladies and gentlemen, I opened up the map and I realized that this glorious journey was coming to an end. And I don't know about you, but I feel both sad and relieved. But all good things must come to an end, especially since I'm now 4 hours into recording this damn video and I really want to get lunch, for I am starving. But just a little while longer we go, and there it is, the edge of the world. But it wasn't enough. No, ladies and gentlemen, we've come so far and I just can't simply end it by just standing here. And so I took off all my clothes and, as God himself made me, dove into the ocean. "Face me, Neptune," I yelled as I swam and swam and swam to the edge of the flat earth. Even the gods above won't stop me here. And in the distance, a mysterious shuttle, maybe designed to shoot up to the heavens above to take us to a different flat earth. But then, well, my disappointment is immeasurable, and now my day is truly ruined. Ladies and gentlemen, to end it all off, this screenshot should capture exactly how you feel right now after watching this video. And if you feel any other way, I have failed you and myself and my family. And well, I guess I need to do some sort of verdict of my findings, and that would be 4 out of 5 Harry Potters. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, be sure to smash the subscribe button into oblivion. Anyway, now it is time to thank all the members of the YouTube channel. Oh, the joy! As always, you know I appreciate the ever-living crap out of every single one of you. You truly glorious, marvelous bastards. You guys supporting me through the memberships means more to me than I could convey in this silly section, but yeah, I really do appreciate all of you. If you wish to become a member and see videos early and all that jazz, be sure to click the join button. And with that all being said, arrivederci and auf Wiederschnitzel, everyone.